Well. Dear comrades. Let's go. Как говорится. It's time to get some fucking rest. Oh, you're up early. Yeah, I told you. Got a work to do. That's admirable. Reminds me of that one quote he always used to throw around. A lot of people say they can't smoke dope and get drunk when you got kids. And that's not true. You can. You still gotta get up in the morning. That's being responsible. That's the one. I've never understood why it was so hilarious to you. Neither did I just accepted the mystery and made it my personal credo. I am a responsible person. Are you planning to have kids? Not in a million years. By the way, you've got mail. You've got mail! Well, what is it? Looks like I need to hit the town. Next lead, probably useless, but investigation continues. It would be fun to spend some more time together, you know? Dakota, you know this is important to me. I know, but I'd like to know I'm important to you as well. Just a few more days, I will find the killer, kick his ass, get a promotion, and we'll do something we've never done before. Like what? Good question. I'll think of something. For now, catch up with your work. I need to get going. Fine. Good luck. Stay safe. You know it. I have the usual. Prince of Cats. Ну, кстати, дом этого примагента Кокровок. Сниф. Oh, crap! Alright, no biggie. Just eyes on the prize. My guy, if you pull this off, I will be a legit miracle. It will be, yeah. Okay, here we go. Prince, how did you? I told you this is too dangerous, my dad. Oh, fuck him. You can't let him make this choice of you. You know how I feel about you, don't you? I do, but just let me in, baby. I promise we'll figure something out. Oh, alright, just come in quickly. Just look at her. Flesh refusing its fate. It is. It's not the one you were looking for, it is it? He was led like a lamb to the slaughter, and as the sheep is silent before the shepherd, he did not open his mouth. There is none righteous, not even the ones who none understand. There is none who seeks for God as well. All have turned aside together, they have become useless. If anyone curse his father or mother, he must be put to his death. Raging waves of sea flowing up their own shame, wandering stars, for whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. For the wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principle, against powers, against the rules of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. Are you afraid? Yes. Excellent. 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 I think I need to sit in this chair. Still in lean years and up worthy of the joining the rest. However, the path is open, and the path of obligation, liability, a debt that will be paid one day. And when she asks you what brought you here, you let her response to be a sign of death. Из Соренти мне надо пару минут. Suddenly, I feel my mind beginning to drift. La la la. What the fuck? Easy peasy, I mean you no harm. How long have you been here? I don't know, I've got no idea what I'm doing here, or in general really. It's like something the focus control, I figure out how to control me. What are you, a junkie? No, you're a kindred. Yeah. I'm Julia Savinsky, representative of the La Sombra in New York City. Camarilla? I'm a criminal investigator. Well, if you came here to catch me, you are gonna be sorry you tried, Miss La Sombra. No. Stop right there. I wasn't ordered to catch anybody. I'm just investigating the Douglas Callian's death. Callian is dead? Nothing led by the rotten carcass and the musty robe. Well, I'll be damned. I've been off the grid for too long. What brought you here? A scent of death. Tamika! We'll have a talk, you and I. Sure, what's your name? Tamika. Pass me a smoke, will ya? Oh, yeah, sure. Where are these guys? First light? Ох, вкусно. First light, ASIS, calm, whatever they call themselves, they all bleed all the same usually before I have the chance to ask them a single question. You did this all by yourself? Have you seriously seen nothing? Nothing at all? Believe it or not, I have no idea how I got here. I just kinda let the shadows guide me. Is that the Sombras thing? I've never actually talked to any of you. No idea what you guys can actually do. Still learning the ropes myself, go with the flow and all that. My embrace was just a few months ago. Huh. So you folks are with the Ivory Tower now. Last I checked, you were here this Sabbath. The chemist wouldn't forgive all the trouble you caused them overnight. Again, I'm practically just a neonate. I know there's a lot of bad blood between my clan and the others, and that I can expect at least one glare of pure contempt whenever I visit Elysium. Huh, I see. You haven't answered my question. You did all this by yourself? Yeah, I've been hunting these guys for the past few months. Aren't they extremely dangerous? Almost got me for good last year. Took me a few weeks to get back in action. Then why are you doing this? Those motherfuckers had an unfortunate tendency to hurt people I care about. My brothers, my sisters. I see. I don't know how it in the other cities, but here's. Funny enough, they only seem to target marginalized and radicalized kindred. One that could theoretically pose a threat to the current order. Meanwhile, the establishment in your city hasn't really changed ever since the Calibros stepped down. Quite the opposite, various side raid in the city has only strengthened the old paradigm. Almost make me think there's goal something that protecting the cities from the black body menace. So, are you planning to snitch on me, Shadow Girl? And why would I do that? Let me get this straight. You really think I am dumb enough to believe for 1 second the Camarilla investigator would just happen to stumble upon the alley that I was just killed a bunch of SIS motherfuckers? If so, you're the one who's dumb, sister. I don't care if you think I'm dumb. I don't care about this. I don't care about you believing it was a happy accident I met you. Especially considering nobody in the sheriff knows where you are. But I care about solving the mystery of the Callian's death, and it happens you're the one of the pieces of the puzzle. What? What are you talking about? I found this on his body. Well, what's remained of it? Aside from your name, you've got Hope, Agatha, and D'Angelo. You know them? Passingly. Any idea why Callian would need a list of all your names? I might know why. Yeah. Do you? Absolutely. Do you know the man going by the name of Tog? Of course I do. Do you know about this connection to boss Callian and by proxy to the list and me? No. I'm all ears. Well, too bad because it's classified intel, sister. What do you mean by classified? Not free. What do you want? I've killed too many of these assholes. They are tinkering the streets, and New York City is no longer safe for someone like me. Well, not that it ever was. What I need is a way out of the city. You offer that to me, I give you the intel you need. That's something I can handle, actually, yeah. That's surprisingly confident to answer for practically still a neonate. I'm something of the immigration officer. Gotta say you sound awfully close to the cop. Almost as bad, a bureaucrat. I know a secret pathway that could lead you to the West Coast, 100% safe travel, and if you took it, you'd be untraceable. Sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Why don't you see how much it costs? Oh, fine then. Money's not an issue. You should assist me first, and you'll figure out how to transport you out of the city. Hell no. Is this really the extent of your negotiation skills? Why'd you think this kind of line would work? I didn't. I just don't think either of us trust other enough to afford the benefit of the doubt. It's an embrace. That is true. Let me think. Have you met Torg before? In the course of your investigation or before? I wanted to, but in Arkside I only managed to meet Mia, and she wasn't keen on the idea of two of us meeting. Oh yes, Mia. Есть такое. So, here's the thing. A few months ago, Torg and I were together. A lot of things happened, and long story short, I no longer feel close to him, but from what I know, he still feels close to me. Back then, I thought there might be something between us. I gave him a ring that has a lot of sentimental value to me, and since these days, sentimentality is all that keeps me going, I want it back. So my suggestion is, tell Torg's people send you to get inside his base operation, meet up with him, ask him your questions, and convince him to give me my ring back. You get to interrogate him, and I get to have my ring back, you hear my side of the story, then I get to leave the city with your help. Everybody wins more than once. They will really let me just inside because I tell you that you sent me? They will. Trust me. That sounds too easy. What caused the two of you drift apart? Irreconcilable differences in the worldview. Well, I assume so. But as diplomatic answer, if I'm going to involve myself into relationship drama of two ex-lovers, I need something to more to go on. Will you? Yeah. I realized I had become an element of this carefully crafted projected image. Having me as a radical partner allowed him to present himself as mediator while paying lip service to revolutionary ideas. A mediator. That's the 21st century for you. Everyone wants to be a middleman these days, and nobody wants to do what's right. Serious? I never heard him talk is from the Unkill and talk about him like he's the second coming of Mao. If he ever seemed like that, it's only because from time to time people like me pushed him into doing an uneasy thing. Ever heard of the Southern Wolf and the Northern Fox? Both of them want to eat you for the dinner, but the only Southern Wolf makes it immediately obvious. The tricky Northern Fox makes eyes and loves to pet him before taking a bite. Torg loves to surround himself with the Northern Foxes, and they talk of compromises. They seem reasonable compared to their opposition, but at the end of the day they have eyes on the same prize. Power. Alright, tell me where to go and I'll tell you where we meet later. And what the hell are you doing here? I'm here to see Torg. I figured as much. You should have gone through this security first. Get out. And what if he tells me to stay? That chance, move your ass before I throw you out. I thought you'd be more open to cooperation after our last talk. Nothing gonna be trying to make deals behind my back, bitch. Mia, It's okay. We've talked about this. The situation is a little bit different now. Tamika sent her. What? Bullshit! I wasn't able to track her down for weeks. Well, I did. This is a reason to celebrate, not to get mad, now if you allowed us for a private conversation. No way, I want to keep an eye on her. You will keep an eye from the exit, that will be enough. Please. When talking to me, you mentioned cooperation. First, I've heard about it. I tried to make friends with her so that the investigation would go more smoothly. Looks like it wasn't appreciated. I'm sorry about her. She can be over jealous, but usually that's not a bad thing. Yeah, sure. So she told you I've been trying to reach you for a few nights? No, I don't think so. Have you? Well, I am the dumbest of the court ordered to investigate Kellyan's fine and death, so considering your connection to the case, I thought it would be prudent for us to talk. Oh, so that's you. Yeah, now, I know you are probably anxious to hear about Tamika. I'm surprised to hear you two know each other. We actually met through this investigation. Anyway, as I was saying, I know you probably can't wait to hear about her, but I'd like to ask you a few questions first. I understand. Do your job. Do you know Douglas Kellyan? Of course I did. We were both barons, keep having professional obligation to meet each other, but that was it. What's your private opinion of him? Same as everyone else, a racist clown mentally stuck in 19th century who spent too much time keeping the annex down. I'm glad he's gone. You mean you're glad he met final death? Well, you know what they say. I hate to see you go, love to watch you leave. Weren't you the first Grinded who saw his corpse? I was, but it was his ghouls who found him. By the way, we established that some of them tempted with the crime scene. They were properly disciplined to do that. What's your alibi for the night? None. I was running around town the entire night taking care of various issues unrelated to Kellyan, but I don't intend to divulge them to someone from the ivory tower. So you have no interest in proving yourself innocent. My official position made clear, it's the Camarilla who are to blame. It's your job to prove me wrong. Курва мак. А тут есть объяснение этого ругательства? Да. Курва это хорошо. Any findings on your side that you know of? Ask Mia, she's the one who handled the murder scene. I'm not privy to all these details. Hope D'Angelo, Agathon, any ideas who these people are? Can't recall. Sorry. The evidence I found suggests any potential link between Kellyan and Tamika. Any clue? I knew both of them well, but as far as I know, they never met. That's it. Well, regarding Tamika, finally. I cut straight to the chase. She wanted to inform you she will be skipping town for a while. The SI is not on a trial and she's need to lose them ASAP. Alf, I've told her countless times if she's in danger I'll always be there for her. Does she think she can find a secure way out in the city in this situation? She's safe. So you say. She's got some other friends in high places. She'll manage to get them out. Gotta admit, that's not what I expected to hear or what I wanted to hear. Why did she decide to contact me? She wants her ring back. Oh, I see now. So that's why she didn't show up herself. Wouldn't even face me when delivering the final insult. She said the ring was a symbol of trust she put in me. No way in hell I'm going to give it away. Not until she gives me the chance to explain myself. получил новый трейд. Honesty is the best policy. Хах. Listen, you're obviously the hottest new thing in town. People like you, people follow you, you'll be the anarch people they think of in New York City. Good for you. But you're obviously way behind them in some kind of understanding relationships. Tamika gave it a serious try. She understood her path, she understood yours, she realized you are diametrally opposed. And that's that. You're not going to change her mind by acting like a toxic shithead and forcing her to come grovel at your feet if she wants to get back something that she's a great sentiment value to her. You want to earn her trust again? Don't like a power-tripping asshole. Show her you're capable of responding to her concerns and that you're capable of being selfless. That's the only thing you can do to change her mind, sorry. Mia! Yes, boss? We're done here. Lead the lady out as quickly as possible. Yes, boss. No need, I'm going. Thank you for your time. Tell her I show her she's wrong. Tell her I will prove myself worthy of that ring, and that's the last thing I do. How did it go? Let me put it this way, I'm not surprised you dumped him. So, he did not succeed. Nah, he got mad and started yelling about how he will prove himself to be worthy of that gift. Then he ran me out of the building. What's so funny? Nothing. I'll be honest, I kind of expected that. It's just nice to get a definite confirmation that he's still a bit toxic asshole, that's all. We're glad I fell for the oldest trick in the book. Would be cool if for once a kindred telling me to do that thing I didn't mean another thing entirely. Oh, don't be mad, I want to be sure of something, and no, I am. As far as I'm concerned, you've kept your end of the bargain. It's time to repay the favor. Last year a certain fledgling appeared in the city and attempted to build a coteria. That list you found in Carrion, that's the list they've got. They contacted each of us. They contacted each of us, then found themselves in a deep shit. Asai, Kaiser, Sophie Langley, some shadow players manipulating everything from behind the scenes. Then they all disappeared. No one knows where or why, it doesn't really matter. That happened when you punch way above your weight. Hope they're doing fine, despite all odds. In any case, Thor got involved too, that's how I met him. Actually, he got hurt, didn't want to say how, claiming it could put anyone who knew it in danger. Whatever happened, it gave him a drive and a desire for change. For 2 months he has a beautiful kindred, plain simple. But suddenly something in him snapped overnight. His tone mellowed out, his action became timid, his language became more befitting of a political science student and a charismatic leader. I assume we met someone who made him an offer he couldn't refuse. But I had no idea who was that. And then one night I followed him, only went out and saw him scheming at the docks with Kellyanne. When he came back, we had an argument. When he refused to explain himself, I knew I was on my way out. And that's that. Wish I'd known that earlier. I might have confronted the facts with him and learned something more. He never told me of the kindred. What makes you think he would have told you? Alright, thank you. Now it's my turn. Here's your way out. Use the map of the sewers, follow the route, then burn it. If you'll be looking for one-eyed Nosferatu wearing tactical gear, tell him I sent you. Then give him the agreed upon the money. What kind of route will I be taking anyway? An omelet van full of precious coffins. My man knows how to arrange them to allow to unnoticed extra cargo. The circuitous system. Да, детка! Да. Хорошо. What did you expect? The rich and powerful always get the blood they want, the way or another. At least tonight, one of their roots will be used for something good. Fine, but remember, if it doesn't work, I'll be back at your doorstep with a vengeance if it's the last thing I do. I'm sure it would work out fine. Just beware of the giant albino ghoul alligator while you're down there. Super ghoul alligator. For your information, it's just a story your kindred tell to neonates to mess with them while only still gullible enough to believe anything they hear about the world. Привет, Капфилин. Если это рекрол, то я тебя забаню. Я вижу уже сверху таймер, так что это похоже на спидран. Что там, как дела? Ну такое, я подумаю, добавить ли ее в лист, ее вроде бы нельзя купить в Steam. Well, this is a goodbye, and if in a few months you'll hear about the first light presence in Los Angeles has been decimated, assume that against the odds I'm still unalive and kicking. If you keep killing indiscriminately, you might cross a line of no return, you know. Shouldn't you take it easy for a while? Not until my brothers insisted in bloodstime being slaughtered. I care about the slat of my humanity, but turning a blind eye in a kindred in need would be even less human. Сменил должность, теперь я project manager, теперь я ненавижу на несколько десятков людей больше в мире. Такое. Учусь, ебусь, пью пиво. Читаю визуальные новелки вслух. Вот как-то так. Ну, скажем так, работы как для QA не было, потому что и так чуть-чуть людей посокращали из-за некоторых проблем с бюджетом, с проектами и с прочим. Меня спасло мое знание английского, поэтому я вот сказали, хочешь попробовать себя project? Я такой, ну ок, деньги будут платить, я не против. Ну как, я та тонкая нить, которая связывает мысли девелоперов с мыслями заказчика и пытается сделать из этого что-то, сука, внятное. Потому что это трудно. А просто как-то совпало, что как раз эти новелки по ВТМу. Так что это прекрасно, я абсолютно не против. Как раз их пройду, немного потренчу. Here's some parting advice for you. We might be monsters, but we were lucky enough to be born into a world that's even more monstrous than we are. If we rebel against it, we might still have it find its salvation. Но я никогда никакими приложениями по типу этого не пользовался. Ну, как я понимаю, это практика. Ну, то есть, каждый день практика, выполнять задания, это повышает психологически твое желание продолжать дальше, потому что это ачивменты, это непрерывные страйки, так туда-сюда, насколько я понимаю. Didn't expect the preaching tone. Why are you telling me this? Because I think I have pretty good nose for the people's auras. And I take a good look at you. Да, сектанты. I smell a penchant for ruthless opportunism. I smell the possibility that you'll give into the fear of the dark visions of the future you've conjured in your head. It's not much, just a hunch, but you seem prone to giving the Camarillus empty promises of safety and their petite bourgeois values. Больше всего я ненавижу в английском языке французский, испанский и другие слова. Бесит. Потому что если ты их не знаешь, как читать, ты их никогда не прочитаешь правильно. I think I should take offense to that. I hope you do. Потому что, блядь, ты никогда не знаешь, как прочитать куизин, если ты не знаешь, что это куизин. Вот это мой любимый классический пример, когда показываю слова, которые пришли из других языков. I hope you do. Блять, я могу сказать слово do. I hope you do. That would reflect on your well. In any case, whatever happens. See you in the next life, Julia. Safe travels, Tamika. Так что в целом это весело. Но я пока что разбираюсь, бампаюсь об косяки и... Пока что это мне это мне больше не нравится, чем нравится моя новая должность. Но если разобраться и поставить все на рельсы, то будет заебись. Просто есть многие моменты, которых я нихуя не знаю, из-за этого, блядь, стукаюсь, а я не люблю стукаться. Ну, такое. Если кусок зарплаты заплатили, значит, что-то делаю правильно. Типа, я умею говорить, но я не знаю, про что говорить. Я большинство вещей, о которых все эти люди говорят, я не знаю, потому что я никогда, блядь, реально не интересовался, что внутри веба. Я когда тестировал на отъебись. Потому что мне давали чисто мануальщину, проверять лендинги и прочее. Типа, то есть, я под коробку практически никогда не лез. I'm back. Yay. How was work? All got up? I managed to get my deadlines postponed. All our clients are canceling and delaying orders left and right. Кстати, забавный мем. События этой игры происходят в 2020 году, и тут обсуждают про пандемию. А как было хорошо, когда мы говорили просто про пандемию, да? Does it all mean you have time to help me with my makeup tomorrow? We'll see. Perfect. Alright. I need to disappear before the sun catches up with me. Hey. Yeah? I love you. Oh. I know. Не читал, смотрел, что это такое. Ну, время рестать. Ну, я ж мало что смотрел, я больше играл, поэтому у меня пройдено 284 игры из 661. Я в этом году даже до середины не доберусь с такими темпами. Анджелина Джоли. Но если молодая, то да, есть некоторые схожие моменты. You're absolutely got to be kidding me. Closed? What the fuck you mean closed? I mean, we are in the middle of the pandemic. Everything's closed. Pandemic? What pandemic? Do you live under a fucking rock? It's new, a SARS virus started from China. The whole world is going crazy over it. People are dying left and right. Holy shit. Вампирам похуй на корону. Ну да. Да сейчас бы отрисовывать маски, это что, они старались ебальники рисовать, сейчас маски на них нарисуешь и все, полработы в задницу. Well, I guess I'm lucky I'm dead. Интересно, вообще могут ли вирусы работать на мертвый организм? В принципе, если они что-то разлагают, они могут разлагать это дальше. Но учитывая хилинг-фактор вампиров и то, как они восстанавливаются после любых изменений, то есть если ты подстриг волосы, на следующее утро они той же самой длины, как когда тебя напоили кровью. Это интересный момент. Так что это интересно, да. Ну блин, сейчас вообще все без масок ходят. Я до сих пор один-единственный дебил в магазине, который в маске. Кидай 1 до 20 на не, кидай 3 до 10 на медицину, вот. Ну, кстати, а везде перестали все носить. Я, конечно, понимаю, что изоляция страны неплохо сказывается на распространении болезней, особенно принесенных извне. Потому что то, что сейчас творится в Китае, это там интересно, новое развитие событий. А к нам это не попадает, потому что, ну, как бы мы немножко закрыты. Но, опять-таки, это немного не мешает мне носить маску. Я привык, это прикольно. Никто не видит половину моего ебальника. Ну, у меня мать как раз переболела с 1 февраля по... Ее выписали 5 марта. А я, если я болел, то бессимптомно. Я просто, когда у нее позитивный тест был, я сел с дома работать. У меня нет прыщей вроде бы, кроме как на спине, потому что волосы растут. Только бородатый, усатый ебальник. Stop right there. God, don't scare me like that. I'm sorry. Don't look what you made me do. Was it a Scrooge McDuck figurine? Но в целом, тут две новелки из одной серии, остальные новелки просто про мир тьмы, часть которой является Vampire the Masquerade. Которые мне понравились. Shadow of New York пока что норм, но интересно, чем это закончится. Потому что если это будет такая же обрывистая история, как Катерии, то это занизит сильно оценку. Yes, it was a cowbox design. They stopped making me these decades ago. Почему мне провести этот акцент? You don't even know them too long if you keep defining it. Почему мне нравится говорить этим акцентом? Ну, первая новелка заняла 7 часов, это была парочку стримов в будние дни. Просто больше, чем 3 часа подряд разговаривать на постоянной основе, а не так, как я всегда, когда стримлю. Это немножко больно горлу. То есть я после 3 часов в основном останавливаюсь. Новелки проходятся за 6-8 часов, каждая из них. Это вторая. I was really looking forward to decorating my haven with this. Scrooge McDuck. It's a pop art, okay? Я еще Шенну прошел. I apologize. My name is Julia. I'm a somber representative for this city. Some representative you are. Absolutely horrible first impression. Somehow I've never met you before. You live here? I prefer keeping to myself these nights. More time for hobbies if you hide in the secluded places like this. What's your name? Just call me Princess. Princess. My true name is for friends only, and after destroying my treasure, I count you as a sworn enemy. When you least expect it, I will find you and will trap you in the reality of the eternal pain. Infinite Tsukuyomi. Она из клана Учихи. I should complain to the god at least, honestly. Tell Helene to start looking for a replacement. Тебя зовут не Принцесс, тебя зовут Карен. Я знаю, что ее зовут Карен. Кто понял, тот понял. How can I make it up to you? Should I, search for a replacement online or... Ну, похоже, да. Oh, whatever. I'm not going to lie to you, I prefer not to stay mad for long. It's exhausting and it's a threat to your beauty, both in and outward. So yeah, I think I'm gonna ask you for a small favor and we'll square and I won't have to worry about becoming ugly. Sounds good? What favor? See, I'm super into low arts these days. That's why I collected the stuff like Scrooge McDuck lamps. I used to be a hardcore into high art before I studied the harmonic structure of Bach's cantatas. Это хуйня. Taught myself Arabic just to weep over the Middle Eastern poetry, read a lot of Joyce and Adorno, etc. Eventually these hobbies got boring, as all things do, so I'm switching up now. Comic books, heavy rock music, modern Hollywood movies, you know, stuff made for small children, basically. Heavy rock music for children. Die, motherfucker. The problem is I think I'm still not low enough. There is much mastery of the form, too much restraint, too much respectability, too much tastefulness. I want to feel the rush of gazing into the soul of someone willing to admit to truly degenerate desires and obsessions. Если ты просто хочешь подеградировать, приходи ко мне в Discord, дура тупая. So I want the lowest kind of art you can find. Just sweep off my feet and I will be good. Просто такая ссылка. Invite. Ну, люди сидели, писали. How low is too low? There is not such thing as too low. Okay. Есть книжка, есть игра и есть аниме. Как вы думаете, что ниже из этих трех? Типа, игры это понятно, это днище. Это для тупых задротов, у которых нет жизни, которые лучше бы на завод устроились, это понятно. Но между фэнтези, бук и аниме... Я выберу аниме. Okay, I will back in a jiffy. А нам надо самое низкое. Don't be shy, what is it? Yeah. According to the description he printed for me, this thing is named Ririsu no Daiboken. The cover says Leaves Carnal Carnival. Yeah, no idea what the name is written like that anyway. This is 90s original video animation present with the old tale of the 5 big-bosomed samurai warriors traveling through America in search of General Hastavista, the Incubus King. Don't let them all titillation... Это кринж, это понятно. Misguide you. The main draws their peerless direction and nearly avant-garde editing, rhythm and dialogue, the coyly comment on the traditional gender roles in anime. Once you've seen the animation in the final battle, you understand why it never fails to get a Sakuga fan's heart ablaze. Note: Sakuga uncountable. In Japanese animation, anime sequence is notably high quality, used to highlight a particularly important scene. So yeah, it sure doesn't like a low art. This is great! It is? Yeah, I have no idea what I'm looking at, but I can feel it's utterly degenerate and naked in its intentions. Just what I need. Я знал, что тебе понравится аниме, поэтому вот тебе ссылка в мой Discord. Там таких много. И тебя вылечу. Believe me, I've had more than enough of trying to dazzle or win me over by using a stereotyping stone on someone's illustrious career. I just want someone to be like, screw it, I don't want to impress anyone, I don't want to get anywhere, I just want to vomit out my soul for the freaks like me to see. I think that's its own way, that might be the ultimate form of art. It's ugly. So, is my debate? I suppose. So can I know your name now? Let me think. No. Зачем ты достала дилдо?